What's up, geeks and gamers? It's Jeremy coming to you with another video, and today we are going to talk about Lucasfilm. So most of you heard, I'm sure all of you heard, that the Collider story came out talking about that Lucasfilm was putting all of the spin-off stories on hold, the Star Wars stories, and then later in the day ABC News dropped a story saying Lucasfilm commented and said those are inaccurate reports. So, what to make of all of this? What is going on? So you're all familiar with the Collider story. I'm going to give you a few details from the ABC News story, and then we can talk about it. So ABC News said, "Hold up, Star Wars fans. Reports of the death of future standalone films from a galaxy far, far away like Solo, Rogue One, and the rumored but never announced Obi-Wan Kenobi project appear to be premature and speculative at best." Lucasfilm sources Thursday characterized the inaccurate report that future Star Wars movies falling outside of the regular trilogy storyline have been put on hold in the wake of the box office underperformance of Solo: A Star Wars Story. Instead, Lucasfilm told ABC News that there are multiple Star Wars films currently in development that have been officially announced, that have not been officially announced. Those projects are moving forward separate from the already announced Star Wars trilogy overseen by The Last Jedi director Rian Johnson and another series of movies from Game of Thrones producers Benioff and Weiss. So, and then it said Lucasfilm is not yet talking publicly about the subject of these unannounced Star Wars films or their expected release dates. Fans will just have to wait and see. So what do we make about all of this? It's not a big deal, really. This is standard procedure for big companies. They leak information to one source. That source runs with it. Then they leak a different set of information to another source, and then that source runs with it. And then they get to see how social media, how the fan base, how people are reacting to each news story. And it helps them give better information to make decisions moving forward. So if anything, we can take positive notes from this, because at least appears Disney is trying to listen to the fans, trying to gauge the fans, trying to get a feel for what the reaction would be to both of these stories. So I guess it's a good thing from that perspective, but it's still there's so many problems within the franchise and the universe that there's so many bigger issues to deal with. But if we're taking this information in isolation, I would say this is a good thing, because it shows that they are at least trying to get feedback from the fans. So, but a lot's going to have to change. I do think that they probably looked at it, the reaction to the spin-off movies being killed off, or at least being stopped production, and the majority of the fan base was happy about that. But there was one specific movie that the fan base was like, we still want to see the Kenobi movie. The Kenobi movie is the movie that would really start to heal some of the wounds. It's not going to fix everything, by no means. And again, I've said many times, I don't want to see this movie as long as Kathleen Kennedy is the head of Lucasfilm. But regardless of all that, if you're going to do a movie, if you're going to do anything right now within Star Wars, the thing that's going to get the most positive feedback is going to be a Kenobi movie with Ewan McGregor. It brings the prequel fans in. The original trilogy fans all respect Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan. They love the character of Obi-Wan. And the sequel trilogy fans, the 5 or 10 of them that are out there that are left, they still would probably like Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan. Plus, Obi-Wan made a small cameo in the Force Awakens with that scene underneath Maz Kanata's castle with Rey and the Force vision and all that stuff. And you have the Clone Wars era that loves that version of Obi-Wan Kenobi too. So it's just all of it works for an Obi-Wan Kenobi movie. They really need to make that happen, as long as Kathleen Kennedy is nowhere near it. It's every time I talk about projects I want to see happen, I always have to mention that I don't want Kathleen Kennedy involved with the project. But that's where we're at. I think overall, considering there are 2 different reports and 2 different stories from those 2 different reports, I think that that's good, because I think that's Disney PR putting stuff out there to try to gauge interest and try to gauge how people are going to react to each story. So in my mind, in isolation, that's a good thing. So we shall see. But what do you guys think about this? Do you care? Do you want to see this Obi-Wan movie? Do you want to see an Obi-Wan movie, even if Kathleen Kennedy is still the head of Lucasfilm at the time that this movie goes into production and they write the script and everything like that? Or are you willing to sacrifice an Obi-Wan Kenobi movie with the great Ewan McGregor as long as Kathleen Kennedy is there. Give me your thoughts in the comments below. Check out our Teespring store. All of our new Geeks and Gamers merchandise is there. Hoodies, t-shirts, different colored t-shirts. It's not just green. It's not just black. You can get red. You can get purple. You can get blue. You can get navy blue. You can get all kind of good stuff. The green hoodie. We have the Soy Wars, The Last Straw shirt. The Social Justice Wars, The Last Straw shirt. And then also check us out on Discord. You guys have a great day, and we will talk to you later.